How's it going, you guys? I'm as always Mr. Graham 512, and I want to ask y'all something. There's some things I want to talk about. I'm doing an editorial here for you guys, um, because I have a question. I have a question that I believe that should be answered. Um, that question is this: Is films based on video games, are they dying out? So basically, let's go back to the beginning of when video games were being made. Video game films were being made. You had Mario, you had Super Mario Brothers, you had the original Mortal Kombat, you had Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat. The reason why I'm asking is because of this. The reason why I'm doing this editorial is because of this. A while back, I gave y'all guys my review on Assassin's Creed, and I told y'all guys it's like Hollywood is taking a dump on these games. Hollywood is taking a dump. Hollywood has no idea what they're doing, and it's it begs the question: are they dying out? Is video game films a dime a dozen? You got to look back at the very first video game movie that there ever was. You got to go back to the should Hollywood continue to make films based on video games? That's the huge question. That's the huge question that many people have been asking. Many people have been wondering about that. You know what I mean, including me. But I wanted to make this video for a reason, because I thought about it long and hard. I thought about it, and I was thinking about it, about why video game movies are not good. I watched the go back to the Tomb Raider films. Go back to the Tomb Raider movies that had Angelina Jolie in them. You know what I mean? Go back to everything else that was going on at the time. Um, Anything based on a film would liable to suck or not be as good. You look at the DOA, the Dead or Alive movie. You look at uh, films like Max Payne. Max Payne, I thought, did pretty well. You know what I mean? But it begs the question: do video games need to die? Do video game films? Do video game films based on video games? Do they need to die? Do they need to? Do they need to just go away altogether? You know what I mean? That's just so. You got to go back. You got to go back and look at the movies that were around the, all every just about every video game movie that was around at the time. Like Super Mario Brothers, the Mortal Kombat films, and I think Hollywood needs help. Hollywood needs help on looking at these films. They need ideas. They need better ideas, and I think the Blood Rain films, I didn't really like too much. You know what I mean? I felt that Um, they could have done a little bit better with those films. Just, I think, I think Hollywood needs to just wake up. Hollywood needs to wake up and say, you know what, we need better ideas. We need better ideas, and trying to figure out a way to do better with those ideas. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know if I'm making any sense or not. Uh, but I feel like video game movies need help. Should they die out? I don't know. Should they be still be made? Should video game movies be made into films? You know, like the War of Warcraft. Let's look at Let's look at the Warcraft film for an example. I felt in my review of that of it, I felt that it was really good. I enjoyed it, but many of you probably didn't like it. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like this. I feel like when you make a film, you make it exactly the way it's supposed to be made. You make it how it's supposed to be made. Uh, some ideas go over with people. Some ideas don't go over with people. And I just think, I just this is what I think. I just think that video game movies should stay around. You know what I mean? I think that video game movies should stay around, but you need to look the idea. I want to go to this. I want to talk about the Assassin's Creed movie if I could. The director of that film did not look at the source material. That's the whole idea. You have good source material in front of you. You know what I mean? You have good source material in front of you, and you should be able to. You should be able to look at that. See, if I would have directed the Assassin's Creed film, I would have done it differently. I would have done it a little bit more different, a lot differently than what they did with that film. Because what I did not like about the film is that the cutscenes going from the past into the present. The idea for that, and I said this in the review, and I know y'all guys can watch that review. It's on my channel. I said in the review that movie, that was my problem. The cutscenes. The whole idea for Assassin's Creed is you go into the past. You become your relative. You become your descendant in the past. An assassin in the past. And that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Not go from past to present like they were doing. I felt like that movie needed a lot of work. That it needed a lot more work than what it was doing. Even though the action scenes were good, even though just about everything else was good in that film, that's what didn't do it for me. Was the cutscenes, was the fact that they did not stand with the source material. You have good source material. Like, let's go back to the Mortal Kombat films for a second. Mortal Kombat is one of the most brutalest fucking games in video game history. They did not have blood in the films. They did not go with the source material with that film. and they should have. I feel like they should have, but um, I think they, I think Hollywood needs to. I think Hollywood needs to figure out how they can make these movies better. The Mario Brothers movie, the Street Fighter film. You know, all these movies are really good. All these movies were good ideas on paper, but when they showed them to fans, when when they showed them to people, things, the film didn't do good. The critics bashed those, have been bashing these films for years. You know what I mean? So, like say, I'm gonna use God of War as an example. You make a God of War film. Kratos is you. You gotta find a character. You gotta find somebody that can play Kratos, that can be badass, that can do it, that can stay with the source material. You know what I mean? That's the problem with these films, is that they don't stay with the source material. You know? So what I think is that Hollywood needs help. They need help. Do I think that video game films should die? No, I don't think so. I think, if you were gonna make a God of War film, or a Devil May Cry film or something like that, stay with the source material. Don't fuck around with because if you have somebody who is not doing who does not know what they're doing, it these movies suck. You know what I mean? And that's what I think. But I want to know what y'all guys think in the comment section down below. What do y'all guys think about this? Do y'all think that video game films should die out? Do y'all guys think that... What do y'all guys... do y'all think that video game films should die? Or do y'all think... Do y'all think that... Do y'all think that... sorry, guys. My mind's not there today. Do y'all think that video game films should die out? Or do you think they should just stay alive? Do you think these directors that are doing the films should stay with the source material? Because that's what makes a film. Whether it's a Marvel film or whether it's a DC Comics film, even they have problems sometimes. You know what I mean? Marvel and DC, they have problems sometimes. I think when you make a film based on a specific source material, you should stay with the source material. But I want to get y'all guys' thoughts on it. What do y'all guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I am, as always, Mr. Grimer 512. Thank you guys for watching this editorial. I am, as always, Mr. Grimer 512, and I'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.